What's up guys, GGFOREX here, welcome back to my channel, and I'm back! I know it's been like 20 days since I've made a video and you're probably wondering where I am. I'm not dead, which is good, depending, I don't know, depends what you people want, alright? I'm not dead, so sorry to disappoint those people who maybe thought I was dead. Don't know where that came from, let's cut that out. So, why have I been gone? What have I been doing? What has been happening behind the scenes of the GGFOREX? Basically, I wanted to just have a break from YouTube. I know I don't do that much content, only way to need a break, but I just wanted just to focus on me, focus on my mindset, and focus on trading. Just that is it. And then for the guys that are in the GGFOREX Facebook group, I've been with them. I haven't been on YouTube, I've just been spending all the time in the groups. If you guys have missed me and you haven't seen me on YouTube, then the link down below or up there or wherever I put it, click that and you'll be in the group, and then you'll be in contact with me on a daily basis, basically. So that's where I've been spending my time, just me, myself, and my team, right? Or the GGFOREX family, is what I like to call them, because we are, it's brilliant. So, why did I need to have that break? I just got in a weird funk. I had a weird little, I don't want to say a meltdown, but I had a wobbly, right, with a mindset. If I'm questioning myself, right? Obviously you guys know that I was in the verification stage, I was in drawdown, and I was like, right, what's going on? If I've passed, right, if I've passed the challenge, FTMO challenge 4 times, right, if I've passed it 4 times, and I've only passed the verification stage once before and had a payout. So I've done it before, so if I've passed the hard bit 4 times, and I'm struggling to pass the technically easy bit the next, what's been going on? What do I need to put in place? How do I play the game? So I've been doing a lot of research into myself, basically, what is causing me to struggle on this stage. And this is how you guys need to play it yourself. Sometimes you need to detach, you need to dissipate, you need to go away, you need to rethink, and you need to strategize of a plan of, how can I trade this differently? How can I trade this better? What is causing me to suffer in trading? What environment are you in? So my test, really, my environment was obviously publishing every trade step by step. That was adding some sort of psychological pressure. Now, I know you guys love it when I do these sort of videos where I show you trade by trade basis, every little step, because no other trader does this, right? Every little step. But that does mess with my mindset, and I'm thinking, right, what's more important? Me trading and passing challenges to get funded to then put that money into my personal account and grow that and do what I want to do? Or is it more important to document the process and struggle with that psychology? So then it was like a no-brainer for me. I did a test for 2 weeks of just obviously not publishing on YouTube, just keeping myself to myself, my trades to myself, concentrating on that, and then helping out the GGFOREX family on the side, and it massively improved my trading. But by then it was already too late, so sorry to burst your bubble, guys. I finished the verification, but wasn't enough to actually pass, which is annoying, so it is what it is. I got close. I was 9.5% down, and I already brought it back to like 1.02% down or something like that. And there's more to this story, so stay tuned, because you won't believe how I got to that point, right? So I noticed that the less I was publishing, the better my psychology was, and that was helping me trade better. And not only was I working on the psychology on that, but I was also got the next book, The Disciplined Trader, Developing Winning Attitudes by Mark Douglas. Great book, link is down below, by the way. I got that book, and obviously that was helping me decide to, right, I need to change my environment up somehow. What is causing this weird pressure? The answer for me was YouTube. I did the variable test. It definitely was that. So how I'm gonna document my trades in the future on YouTube, maybe a bit different. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna play this out to help my psychology in trading and also help you guys out on a daily basis anyway. It might just have to be purely in the Facebook group, where I do like full-blown breakdowns. So if you guys want to see that again, click the link down below. And maybe less on YouTube, but more helpful advice on YouTube that isn't directly my trade by trades. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments below what you would like me to do, but again, I'm gonna prioritize my mindset over YouTube. That's the bottom line. Because that's what I've learned from this test, right? And again, you guys need to, if you're struggling, you need to break down what environment are you in, how are you trading in that environment, how are you dealing with that pressure, what can you do to help deal with that pressure for you guys to ultimately, at the end of the goal, you want to be a funded, consistent, profitable trader, right? That's the end goal. So what steps you need to take to achieve that in the best possible way, right? So I've done that, and then it's come up to like the last day, right? And it was like the last day of the verification. And then if I was just to leave it, I was gonna lose without throwing like a swing. I wanna have at least a couple of swings, right? So then I did some scalping, and I was surprised at how good I was at scalping. I hate scalping. It turned me into a horrible person, okay? Right? The stress was unreal. I didn't like it. As you guys know, I'm more of a medium swing trader. I like the 4-hour time frames, okay? I like price to come to my area slowly. And I like to move away. I can take partials when the market makes it available. I can move my stop loss to break even or in profit when it makes it available. And then I can just move on with my life and not have to stare at the screens with my heartbeat going 2,000 miles an hour, right? Or, well, you know, 2,000 beats a second. So I did it, and I was surprisingly good at it. I made like 6% in one day, but it wasn't enough, all right? It wasn't enough to get me past the line, which was an amazing lesson in myself. One, I could do it. If I need to scalp and pull it out the bag, I definitely can. I just don't like to do it because it turned me into a fiend, right? I was just, I was a horrible person to deal with because I was stressed, right? So my girlfriend suffered with that because I was horrible all day, right? I needed to have my own space, and obviously where I am right now, I'm sharing a living space with my office space, and it's bad, right? So if you're a scalper and you're stressed with it, make sure you're on your own and no one can be near you, because then you can't be horrible to anyone else, okay? Right? So I had to make up for it later on, but that's not the point, okay? So scalping, surprisingly good at it, but I was stressed and I was a horrible person the whole day. So obviously I don't like trading like that, but the advantages were there. I knew I had a skill, and when I needed to pull that trigger out the bag or whatever, you know what I mean, I could pull the trigger and it would work. So then I'm thinking I could add this to my strategy, as in, if you're gonna, because obviously when you trade a challenge, you trade it differently to what you would be on a personal account, right? I mean, I've said this a million times before, and I just want to drill it into your head. How you trade a challenge is not how you can trade a personal account. A personal account is the ultimate goal, okay? You don't have to go by any weird rules. You don't have to go by time refrains or time restraints or anything like that, okay? You can just trade how you want to trade in your own time, your own pace. You know, you don't have to take trades off during the weekend. You can leave them on, blah, 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 right? So, what I learned though was, if I was in drawdown on a challenge on whatever stage, and I knew that was my last week, and obviously you're not going to get great setups all through months. Sometimes you'll have terrible setups for weeks. The market just, you know, isn't giving you a setup that you like to take, and if it was a good setup, is that enough to pass? You know, are you going to get enough out of that? Are you going to have to over leverage to take advantage of that one move that you might have, and there's no guarantee if that was going to make it, right? So in a normal environment where you've got a personal account, you can just leave it and go, oh, no trades this week, is what it is, move on, doesn't matter. But when you're in a challenge, it does, right? So if you've put money into a challenge, you want to at least try and get a free retake if you're in this situation. So going forward with the scalping side of things, on the last day, under all that pressure, having to make, I think it was like 7.6% I had to make in the last day, and I made like 6.4 or something. So that was like a great a great result for me, because obviously I would have passed the verification stage if I scalped in, I think it's 4 hours I did that in, okay? And it was the most stressful thing of my life, as I said, but I now have a tool in the bag for when I need to do that again. If I'm on the last week, like I obviously finished in profit that day, it just wasn't enough profit, right? And it was a good amount of profit. So if I took what I did there, that scalping on the last day, but turned it into the last week, right? I could just scalp, you know, all it was I was risking 1 or 2% per trade. It was going up by like 10 pips. I was taking 500 quid off the table, bagging it, moving stop loss to basically just trailing it as much and just getting stopped out by stop loss and then looking for a re-entry and doing it again. So it wasn't fun trading. It was high stakes, high stress, but it worked. And I knew I could do it because I did do it, right? It just wasn't enough at the end of the day. So now I'm thinking, if I did that on the end or the last week of that trading time frame or whatever I need to do, then I know that that is a great strategy to have, and obviously that's what I'm going to show the GGFOREX family. If you need to, in a pinch, instead of going down without a swinging, try this, how I did it, and then maybe that'll help you get through retake or potentially pass, because obviously I did like 6.4% in a day, which is mad, right? Only needed 5% to pass the challenge, right? But obviously I was in massive drawdown, I was throwing a wobbly, I needed to take out of it, like everything I've already told you, right? So that was why I was gone, but now I'm back, okay? I'm back, but I'm obviously gonna show my traders differently to stop my psychology going on a wobbly again and all of that stuff. So I hope what I've just said has made sense, right? How I've had to reflect on myself. If I've passed 4 FTMO challenges and 1 verification, why am I struggling on the verification stage? What is causing me to struggle on the verification stage? What is going on? If I can pass the hard bit, why am I struggling to pass the easy bit where I've got half the target and double the time? Like what is causing those issues? And that's where I had to dig deep, look into myself weirdly. I know this sounds weird, like I'm a guru or some sort of, you know, mystical character, you know, monk, I don't know, right? But I had to do that to myself, and obviously reading Trading the Zone, reading The Disciplined Trader, I had to look at the environment of what I was trading in and how I needed to somehow change that to improve my trading, which it did. So obviously going forth now, that's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, and obviously learning the scalping on the last day, that was a great weapon to my arsenal. And now I'm going to use that in my future challenges if I need to. On the last week, I know I can scalp, and it's potentially a thought, right? Because if I did that sort of percentage on a large account with FTMO, I would have made like, I think it was like, I worked out something like $32,000 if you had a $400,000 FTMO account, right? Which is mad money, okay? Insane. So in the future, potentially, if I was in a good mood and I was feeling up to it, I could have a fully funded FTMO account where I like to trade safely, slowly, in my own time. Doesn't matter, low risk. I can lose 40 trades in a row and it doesn't matter, right? I still wouldn't break the rules, okay? That's how I would play it. And then I could have another account where I did my scalping, where it was like maybe 1% risk per trade, and I'm trying to do like 20 pips, and then I'll just take money off the table where I can. Because obviously when you're on an account that big, those little tiny moves add up to make a lot of money, right? So obviously that could be a certain step of where I'd like to go into the future, but that's far away. All I want to do now is focus on my trading and my group and just dial down in what I need to focus on. And that is potentially documenting less trade by trade and just documenting the overall picture instead to help with my mindset. If that makes sense, let me know guys what you think about what I've just said. I kind of forgot already. It's been pretty mad. But yeah, I love you all guys. I'm not dead. The links to the Mark Douglas books, right, that have helped me out loads, okay, they are in the link down below. And yeah, I wish you all the best of luck. You'll be seeing me more often now. I'm not going to have a random like 3 weeks off YouTube. I am back. I will be helping you out. But again, if you want to see me on a daily basis, join the GGFOREX family. Link is down below. I am there helping them out. And obviously, those guys are now absolute legends anyway. So, love you all. Like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one shortly. Because I do have a surprise. Exactly. You're interested. See you then.